Now, I'm gonna make you a very savory, cheesy palmier. Sounds fancy, but it's super simple. Now, I am gonna put Parmesan cheese, just a little bit on my cutting board. That's not only gonna add a nice cheesy outside to my palmiers, but it keeps it from sticking to the board. Now the palmiers are just those nice light pastry things that you can get in any fancy bakery, but they're easy to make at home if you know what to use. This is puff pastry. And make sure it's nice and ice cold when you pick it up, because if it's too soft, it's really difficult to work with, and you need to be able to work with it. Before I start, a little bit of egg wash. Just beat an egg into a bowl. And this is going to help all your cheese stick to the inside of your palmier. Now into another bowl, I am just going to put 1/4 cup of Italian cheeses. And in here, of course, is Parmesan, Provolone, Romano, and then just 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan and 1 teaspoon of paprika. This adds a nice smoky flavor and great bright color. When these puff up after they bake, they are beautiful, they're delicious, and this is definitely something that you are gonna wanna keep on hand after you realize how great and easy they are. A little bit of egg wash goes onto my puff pastry. And then for my cheese filling, just spread that around. Now there is a great trick to rolling these up so they look like they came right out of one of those fancy bakeries. Take your side and roll it in once like that to about the halfway mark. Then this side right in to meet it. Okay, now take this and just fold it right in half, right like that, and then fold it in half again. So when you cut it, it's got that perfect shape of a palmier fan. But to get that kind of a shape, we've got to put this into the freezer to harden up. So I want you to take that little piece of paper and just take this, and you're gonna wrap it right back up just like that, roll it, and we're gonna put it in the freezer for about 30 minutes just to harden up so that I can cut it perfectly and we can get the most amazing palmiers that you have ever seen. Now, when I come back, I'm gonna finish up those savory, cheesy palmiers. Welcome back to Semi Homemade. I'm Sandra Lee, and today is all about a very fun, festive family menu. We're having a ping pong party. So I'm gonna make, let's see, just a couple things. I've got a spicy slaw and a gold and green salad. Making vegetables fun for kids is half the battle in getting them into your children. This is for my dressing in just a minute, but I wanna get my savory, cheesy palmiers into the oven 20 minutes. These, of course, have been in the freezer for just about 30 to harden up, because when you're making your palmier, you want it to be nice and hard when you cut it so you get the palmier fan. You can see how perfect that is. In here is some Italian cheese, some Parmesan cheese, nice and flaky when they bake up big. The oven is preheated to 400 degrees. Now lay these onto your baking sheet. Just like that. Make sure they have plenty of room because they are gonna puff up beautifully. Now on the top of these, I just want to put a little bit more grated Parmesan. All right, now into the oven they go, 400 degrees, 20 minutes. So they're a great fast snack. And I put them on parchment paper so they are perfectly brown underneath. And they are going to be wonderful little mouthfuls of heaven. Savory, cheesy palmiers. That is just one of the things on my great semi-homemade menu today.